Concerns about aging water and sewer infrastructure throughout Richmond County came up at last week's regular monthly meeting of Richmond Municipal Council in Arishat. It all began when the Director of Public Works, Chris Boudreau, brought up some concerns about the Louisdale sewage treatment plant. Here in this clip, you'll hear him outlining exactly what's going on and why it seems that some repairs or an outright replacement of the plant's roof will be needed in short order.
It was reported by staff that there were a number of leaks this winter, starting a little earlier in the winter, and upon closer inspection by our staff, they felt that there were issues with the membrane on the roof, so we called in a roofing company to do a proper assessment. And what the roofing company found was that the rubber membrane, or the EPDM membrane, had detached from the substrate, or what it's supposed to be adhered to. So it was waving in the wind, I guess, if you can picture it. And because of that, it detached from the roof drains, and we have significant water ingress into the plant. So based on their inspection, they gave us two options. One was to replace the roof. Another was to perform a repair. Now, they did mention this type of roofing is good for, we'll say, 25 to 35 years. We're only at the 25-year mark, and the membrane itself is in decent condition. But because it's delaminated from the substrate, repairs would be quite expensive.
And here's Boudreau explaining what will be involved and also how much they're expected to cost.
They're suggesting a repair could be in the order of $25,000 to $30,000 using some contingency, and the repair would consist of placing the rubber membrane where it goes, reconnecting it to the roof drains, and then putting ballast on top to stop the wind from picking it up, and the ballast is essentially stones. So that's the first option. The second option is a replacement, and with contingency, we're suggesting a budget of approximately $60,000. Now, given the age of the roof, the contractor does not recommend repairing it. Putting ballast on the roof, while it would be a temporary solution, would make future repairs much more costly, and it would also make future replacement more costly. So, given the age and the fact we're nearing end of life, we recommend replacement.
At the request of Council, Boudreau is going to take another look at the possible costs involved and how the county could actually pay for those costs, and bring those back to a meeting of the Council that would be held no later than the end of March. In the meantime, Deputy Warden Alvin Martel is concerned that there could be a situation involving aging infrastructure and the need to pay for repairs or replacement all across the county, not just in Louisdale.
Yeah, I guess tonight is an example of what we've been talking about around the council table for quite a while. We talked about the aging infrastructure we have here in Richmond County, and I think that we're going to have to start looking at budgeting monies for aging infrastructure, because this is only a beginning of what's going to happen. I mean, you're talking about a roof that's 25 years old, 30 years old, needs to be replaced. So that's just going to be ongoing, because the infrastructure here that's already in the ground, it's pretty old.
Following the council meeting, Richmond Warden Brian Marchand agreed with Martel's assessment that there could be some other infrastructure issues happening across the county.
I know there's some work to be done on some pumping stations and the system in Petit de Gras and Ilma Dam as well, and I believe our Public Works Director has put some application in to get some funding for doing some assessments of that.
Warden Marchand and the rest of Council agree that by giving a timeline to the end of March for Boudreau and his Public Works staff to do their work, they should be able to make a decision on replacement or repair of the roof for the Louisdale sewage treatment plant immediately, and not have to wait until the final budget process is complete later this spring. In Arishat, for Telile 24/7, I'm Adam Cooke.